Okay, which PlayStation 3 games am I going to go over first today? This is going to be rad. Hey man, what's up? Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm going to be going over 8 super cheap PlayStation 3 games you can get for dirt cheap at GameStop. So, I mean, there's just a lot of great games you can get for cheap for the PS3, and it's just a great time to be a PS3 owner. Dude, don't get me started. Look, I brought us a real game to play. Grab your Wiimote. I just got to do a quick shave and maybe we can have some real fun. Dude, get that away from me. Feel the wrath of Tony Hawk ride.
Oh! Perfect.
What do we got here? Cooking Mama Cook-Off. Your mama is so fat that whenever she walks down the street wearing a red dress, kids yell out, Kool-Aid! Hey guys, what's up? Jimmy here with another episode of super cheap PlayStation 3 games. This is episode number 3 for cheap PS3 games. I'll be doing episode 4 for cheap, super cheap Xbox 360 games in the not too distant future. And guys, if you like these types of videos, definitely hit that thumbs up button so I can know to make more. Your support is really appreciated. I'm really excited about this episode because there's been some recent price drops. And some of the games in here, a lot of you guys are going to be familiar with. But man, it is a great time to be a PS3 owner. You can be able to get some high quality games on the cheap. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Let's start things off with Uncharted 2, Among Thieves. Right now you can pick it up for $6.99 used at GameStop. Now I have to say, a lot of you guys already have this game. But you know, obviously, every PlayStation 3 owner watching this right now does not have Uncharted 2. If you do not, now is definitely the time to do so. There are so many incredible PlayStation 3 games out there. Many of them are extremely fun. Many of them have just a great story. The gameplay is top notch. But few of those games have reached the level of success and rating as Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. You definitely owe it to yourself if you don't have it in your collection to pick it up. And man, for $6.99, you cannot go wrong. Definitely one of the best PS3 games in my collection. And if you have a PS3, it definitely belongs in yours. Alright, next up is for 99 cents used is Motorstorm. Now there's a few different Motorstorm games out there. This one was the first. And man, the visuals on this game are phenomenal. They're fantastic. A very fun racing game. The controls definitely aren't perfect, but man, for 99 cents, you cannot go wrong. It is definitely an excellent PlayStation 3 exclusive, and for $1, you owe it to yourself to pick it up and throw it in your PS3 collection. Get this before it's no longer in stores for that price, because I don't know how much longer it's going to be available for $1. If you can find it at your local GameStop for that price, definitely pick it up. Next up is an action RPG, and I believe it was a launch title, and it is Untold Legends Dark Kingdom. So this one actually, this is interesting. This actually has up to 4-player online co-op. I'm not exactly sure if the servers are still working, but I know local co-op, you can play with a friend. It has 2-player local co-op. Is it the best action RPG in the world? No, but it's actually pretty fun. It's pretty decent, and a lot of people unfortunately really overlooked it. You can get it now used at GameStop for $2.99. Great price. Next up is just one of these first-person shooters. I know there's a lot of first-person shooters out there, but this one is actually just pretty good, really good, and that is Far Cry 2. Big fan of open world games, huge sandbox games. Far Cry 2 is just stunning. So much to do, so much to see. It is just so huge, so much fun to check out. Whether you want to travel on foot or in a Jeep or a car, this is just a great first-person shooter. It has great, incredible multiplayer. You can pick it up now at GameStop used for $9.99. Next up, for $4.99 used is Medal of Honor. Now, to be honest, guys, the single-player experience, some people enjoyed. I didn't really like it as much, but actually I had a lot of fun with the multiplayer, and believe it or not, there's still people playing the multiplayer. If you're a big fan of first-person shooters, you definitely owe it yourself to pick it up. Again, this is for $4.99, and some people like the story, some people don't. I didn't really care for it, but as I said earlier, it does have a multiplayer component to it, and I had a lot of fun with that. Next up is a game that a lot of people believe is definitely one of the best PlayStation 3 games out there, and there was a recent price drop. You can get it now for $6.99 used, and that is Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. Now this is a game that has hours and hours of cutscenes. It is a very thinking man's stealth action game. Again, it is not for everyone, but if you are into this type of game, it definitely is one of the best. Of course, they're working on Metal Gear Solid 5 right now, which looks stunning. But this one, even though it's been out for several years, it still looks stunning. And it is still an incredible storytelling experience. And for $6.99, that's just an incredible deal. You know, for the longest time it was hovering around $20, and now it's well under $10. And if you don't have this, this is definitely one of the best PlayStation 3 exclusives. And definitely check it out for $6.99 used. Okay, next up is one that's another recent price drop, one of my favorite PlayStation 3 exclusives, and that's the first Infamous game. Again, guys, I'm a big fan of open world sandbox games, and this one is so much fun because you get these incredible superpowers where you can go skating across the electrical wires, you can hover from building to building, and take down your enemies shooting down with electricity bolts and electricity grenades. There's a lot to this game. You'll actually put some serious time if you want to see the majority or most of it. Just a phenomenal game. This one's really cool because it has some really interesting comic book-like cutscenes, and it's just very fun. Again, $6.99 used, definitely belongs in your collection. It's just a great PlayStation 3 exclusive. Next up is a game that you can also pick up for $6.99 used. A lot of people didn't like it. Some people really liked it. For $6.99 used at GameStop, that is the White Knight Chronicles. This one has a single player and a multiplayer component to it, developed by the folks at Level 5. I actually enjoyed White Knight Chronicles. I thought it was pretty interesting. I know that there was a sequel to it made available for the PlayStation 3 that also included the original, and it was kind of like remastered or redone, improved upon. But I thought it kind of like had an interesting concept. I really liked the old world setting, and I thought the visuals were not bad either. And for what it was, I actually thought White Knight Chronicles wasn't that bad. I actually enjoyed it. So for $6.99, I definitely would recommend checking it out. So guys, there's episode 3 of Super Cheap PlayStation 3 games. If you like this video, again, please hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. If you have any questions about any of the games that I went over, please include that in the section below. And if there's any games that you can pick up for super cheap that you think I should cover for the next episode, definitely include that in the comment section as well. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Kool-Aid! Oh yeah!